Today we're in the Cotswolds, a place called Church Enstone. We're making our way up to the church. That's where we're going to start our walk. We're parked at the side of the road, free parking. It's only a tiny village. Within a minute we can see the church. We're at the church now. We walk by the left-hand side, but before we do, let's go and have a look at the churchyard. So we're at St Kenelm's now. There's a lot of knocking and banging and sawing behind us because there's workmen here, but you know, we'll do our best. Today we're going to walk up to Chalford Park and make it around. So we're starting our walk from the church. But just before we start, let's just give you a few details. It was here the Reverend Hubert Brazier, his wife Zadie and their only child, 3-year-old Theresa May, moved into this medieval village in 1959. Church Enstone was a world of poor farm labourers and wealthy country squires. One of England's grandest fox hunts, the Haythrop, is kennelled nearby. I'll tell you more about Theresa May, our Prime Minister, further on our walk. We're going to have a quick look inside and then turn right. Let's get started. It's 11 o'clock, 27 degrees. It's going to be up to 35 today. We can't mess about. Parts of St Kenelm's church date back to Saxon times. This is the church where Theresa May's father was the Reverend for 12 years. So we go back out the gate and turn right, following the path at the side of the churchyard. So we just head forward for 2 or 3 minutes and then we come out into an open field. So we just head forward across the field, bearing down slightly left. So we head forward following the wire fence, through the hedgerow, crossing over a tiny stream. So we go through the fence, slightly uphill, through the wooden gate. We just keep heading straight forward through the crops, heading slightly downhill. We think we can see a gate in front of us. This is a new walk for us, so we're map reading as we film. That's looking to our right. As we head forward towards the trees, we're dropping down into a pretty big dip. We're looking for a left turn now. As you drop down into the dip, look to your left hand side. We've got a gate. We go straight through. We come out into a lawned driveway. We turn right there. You're walking with a taxi driver today. In the Cotswolds, Church Enstone, beautiful place. Just in front of us, on our left, we've got the golf course. Well, we could have done to hitch a ride there because it's so warm, but we'll keep walking forward up the road. That's looking over the golf course. We've only just spotted them cows and bull there, look, and calves. We're just finding an excuse to stop under the trees and cool down, but that's not a bad view in front of us. We just keep walking forward, passing the building on our left, Talbot Hall. In front of us we can see our path, heading slightly downhill. As we head forward, that's looking to our left. Just keep heading forward downhill, following the blue arrow. You'll see some little signposts saying next tee, but I think that's to do with golf club. You'll pass 3 niche alcove on your right. We come out onto the bottom of the golf course again and just keep heading forward. Head forward 100 yards till you come to the tiny track. We turn left there, crossing over the tiny stream, and then we turn immediate right. We just head straight forward through the posts. I think they're just to let the golfers know that that isn't their track. As we head uphill, that's a quick shot to our right across the golf course. Beautiful. We can see why they need golf buggies. It's a bit up and down. Within a couple of minutes, we're out into the fields again. Gate in front of us. We're heading towards Broadstone Manor Farm now, through the fields. We just keep heading forward. We've come out into a lawned area and a drive. As you head forward, you'll see a stone and an arrow. We turn right there. We're heading forward now, down the track. We've just been chatting to these two on the tiny tractor thing there. Great fun. At the end of the tarmac track, we just keep heading straight forward between the trees. Nice bit of shade. That's looking to our right. We just keep heading forward. We can see a deer in next field, but he's gone. Oh, I don't know if I got him or not. Well, that shows how quiet it is here, but just look at this down below here. Look at this. Middle of nowhere. It's like a little tiny house there, or wooden house with deck chairs and tables and a boat and a, you know, it's a tiny little lake there. Fishing, nice and quiet. Beautiful. With the pond down below, we turn left, then more or less immediate right, following the tree line. That's the view to our right. That's looking to our right again as we head along the hedge. We're at the end of the field now, heading forward along a track. We just keep walking to the end of the wood and then we bear left. We've just stopped for a cup of tea while there's a bit of shade. The temperature's in the low 30s. It's the 19th of July today. We keep going. As we head forward, we can see a building in front of us. We come out onto a short tarmac track, heading towards the road. So we cross more or less straight over down the track. Public Bridleway sign on your right. As we head down the Bridleway, that's looking left. When you come to the building on your left and the gravel track bears off left, we just keep heading forward. We're going to cross over a tiny stream in a minute and up the other side, but just before we do, that's looking left. And as we make our way up the other side, I look to my right hand side. I thought, well, that's the shot I'm looking for. Chipping Norton golf course. Beautiful. Within a minute, we're at a stone path. We turn left there, slightly uphill. At the end of the stone path, we just keep heading forward, keeping to the left-hand side of the course. At the end of the golf course, we come to a gate, straight through, and turn left. I don't know how horses get down there, but they seem to do. Loads of prints. We keep going. Just keep heading forward. You'll see the nature reserve on your left hand side. Within a couple hundred yards, you'll come to a gate. The path splits into two there. We go through the gate, following the arrow, following the little stream on our left. And as we go through the gate, there's the view. We just keep heading forward. We've got the little stream on our left. What a beautiful valley this is. I've got a bird there up in the tree. I'm going to have a quick look, and if it's any good, we'll come back to you. If it isn't, we'll keep going. Well, is that a bird of prey? Just cooling off in the branches, because it's well over 30 down where we are now. And we're struggling a bit ourselves, so is he cooling off? Or it could be a rook. We keep going. You can hear the water trickling there. The bird was sat just above that. It's about 10 foot wide, full of watercress by the look of it. Plenty of insects and a buzzard above. Let's keep going. Theresa May's father's public service helped shape Theresa's desire to enter politics. Mrs May decided to become an MP aged 12. Her friend says it was a calling, a vocation. She didn't think of it as work. Just before the gate, we turn left and then immediate right, crossing over the stream, and then walk forward through the gate, following the arrows. We go through the gate on the right, turn right, go down the tarmac track towards the farm. So as we head up the track, we look left and then we look to our right. We can see dragonflies 2 to 3 inch long skimming the surface, but you won't catch it on camera unless you're lucky. Let's see lands. We keep going. That's just slightly to our right, but we're still looking left. And as we head uphill towards the farm, that's looking left again. Unbelievable. It's just so beautiful, is this? So beautiful. As you walk up to the farm, if you look to your left, you'll see an arrow. We turn left there and walk through the buildings. As you walk forward through the buildings, you'll see a gate on your right hand side. Go through there and turn left. We come to the next gate, cross over the track and into the gate at the far side. We just keep heading forward. We can see 3 telegraph poles. We're heading towards the middle one. We go through the gate at the end of the field and then turn left. That brings us out onto a track. So we're heading forward now through the iron gate. Arrows on the left hand side. We're following the hedge on the right. In 1970, the Reverend Brazier was made the Vicar of Wheatley, a large village east of Oxford. Theresa, then 13, won a place at Halton Girls' Grammar, just around the corner from the vicarage, where the family settled. She was a pupil there when it became a comprehensive. Wheatley Park School in 1971. Theresa went to Oxford University, where she met and married her husband, Philip, in 1980. A career in the city followed, and then Westminster. Her father Hubert and her mother Zadie wouldn't live to see her glittering rise. In October 1981, Hubert, then 64, died in a car crash on his way to Wheatley for evening song and service at nearby Forest Hill. A few months later, Zadie, wheelchair bound and with multiple sclerosis, also died. Theresa was 25. We just keep heading forward. We can see another set of iron gates in front of us. That's looking left. We keep going. So we're at the buildings now. We just keep heading forward across the front. So we just keep heading up the tarmac track now towards the road. So after about 10 minutes, we're at the road. We turn left there, slightly downhill, passing through the houses. So as we head downhill and cross over the stream, we turn right at the side of the Land Rover. So through the woods now. After a short while you'll be out of the wood. Just keep heading forward towards the corner of them trees there, just slightly uphill. We're not far from Enstone now. So we're at the corner now, bearing off to our right. As you walk along, you'll see a yellow arrow on your right. Then look immediate left. You'll see the narrow path through the crops. Well, it's 5:20. It's at least 80 odd degrees. But the views, we're going to keep taking them till we get back. That's looking right. We cross straight over the road. Within 50 feet we come to a stile. We turn right there. That's on our right hand side. We just keep heading forward on the broad path till it comes to a T-junction. We turn right there and then left down the broad path. That'll take us back to Church Enstone. As you come out through the trees, just keep heading straight forward. We come into a bit of a wood and some boarding and some steps. We just keep heading forward. We come out at the road. We cross straight over footpath sign. So we come out at Mill Farm. We go straight across the front, up the road towards Church Enstone. Well, just at the top of the hill, we'll be back to our car. Well, it's 6 o'clock at night. We're back in Church Enstone now. We struggle with this walk today. It's been over 30 degrees. Whichever side of the debate you're on, whether it's pro or anti to leave the EU, we're going to need a strong Prime Minister. Whether this one will turn out to be a damp squib or whether a 12-year-old's dream of being an MP will turn out to be the best Prime Minister we've had since the war. And if it does turn out that she's a great Prime Minister, it'll be thanks to her father, the Reverend Brazier.